This week marks the 80th anniversary of the start of the Battle of the Bulge. It was one of the largest and bloodiest battles of World War II, and it helped lead to the Nazis' defeat.
And to commemorate the anniversary, a bipartisan congressional delegation paid a visit to Belgium and Luxembourg, where the battle was fought. And here to discuss that and much more are two lawmakers, Kansas Senator Jerry Moran and New Hampshire Senator Maggie Hassan. Good to see you guys.
Hello.
Good to be with you. Thank you very much.
All right, so Senator Moran, we'll start with you. So let's talk about these drone sightings over the Northeast. Federal officials say they don't appear to be anything out of the ordinary, but just how concerned are you?
Well, I remain concerned, despite the constant kind of give and take of what this is and what it isn't. I think we ought to know. I mean, mostly what we're told, and I'm a member of the Committee on Intelligence in the Senate. I've had classified briefings about this topic. So I won't report what was said, but what's troublesome to me is, at least publicly reported, it said that we shouldn't be concerned. We don't know what they are, but we shouldn't be concerned. I'd rather know what they are and be more certain we shouldn't be concerned. The world's a dangerous place, and it's the technology now creates additional challenges that the United States needs to be prepared to address, and seemingly we're not.
Senator Hassan, I mean, I'm a full disclosure. I live in New Jersey, so it's all my neighbors are talking about at the moment. And all they want to know is, what is this? How can Congress actually get to the bottom of it?
Well, so I agree with Senator Moran. And look, I'm on the Homeland Security Committee. There is in this legislative package that is the end of the year package an extension of current authorities that allow us to counter drones. There's also legislation that I've worked on that would expand the number of ways we can work with state and local officials to counter drones. So we do need to find out what these are. We do need to do more to counter this technology. We do need to understand that this world is, in fact, as Senator Moran said, a dangerous place.
All right, Senator Moran, let's talk other news. The congressional leaders have unveiled a government funding deal ahead of Friday's deadline, but there's been a lot of infighting amongst Republicans. So do you support the deal? And why does it always have to come down to the wire?
It doesn't always have to come down to the wire, but it does. I'm a member of the Appropriations Committee. We do appropriation bills. 12 of them, all but one, have passed out of the Senate committee. None of them were brought to a vote on the Senate floor, and it puts us in this position in which we do a continuing resolution funding the federal government at its current rates into the future. But there's no reason that has to be the case. We did our work. We needed Senate consideration. I would guess that I have no doubt but what Senator Hassan and I would be so pleased if we could do our work in what we call regular order, in a way that it's supposed to be done. Pass a budget, tell us what the total amount of money we can spend, fill out the spaces with 13 appropriation bills, and consider them on the Senate floor where everybody has a chance to have their input, get them passed through the Senate, through the House, and sent to a president. We'd avoid this. And we use these deadlines, the holidays in this case, the end of the year. We use this crisis in order to get things put into bills that many of us, even though we're in committees that should know every detail, will have a tough time knowing exactly what's there. We're doing that right now, is studying the bills.
You all recently took a trip, a bipartisan group, to commemorate the Battle of the Bulge. Senator Hassan, I understand your father actually fought in this battle. Why do you think it's so important for people to remember this moment in history?
Well, so first of all, I'm really grateful to Senator Moran for leading this bipartisan delegation. I was honored to be able to lay a wreath on behalf of the Senate at the American Cemetery in Luxembourg, recognizing the sacrifice that our war dead made to keep us all free. This was Hitler's last real attempt to break through the Allied lines and conquer all of Europe. And it was America's greatest victory, but it came at an enormous cost. 19,000 dead, about 75,000 wounded, about 23,000 captured. What I thought about as I laid the wreath was my dad's words. He would look at us at the breakfast table and say, "What are you doing for freedom today?" It is a reminder that our men and women in uniform, Americans from all walks of life, paid this incredible cost to keep us free, and it came in part because early on in the run-up to World War II, people tried to appease Hitler, and it's a stark reminder of what is at stake today in Ukraine. Important that we all remember that we need to stand united to support freedom and to stand up to tyrants like Putin, and that China and North Korea and Iran are watching what we do.
Senator Moran, what should Americans and people around the world take away from this anniversary?
Well, first of all, I would appreciate the fact that Senator Hassan was there to pay respects to her father and to others who served. I will chair the Senate Committee on Veterans Affairs. Our responsibility is to make sure that those who sacrificed receive the attention, the respect, and the benefits that they are entitled to. And my takeaway from our visit is how important it is to pay respect, but also how important it is to remind ourselves in today's world that service and sacrifice is still needed, and America still has a role to play in the world. And you get that feel by having a conversation with a veteran who's 101 years old, telling you about his sacrifice and service, as you see on the screen behind us. You know, I made it up. He's 100 years old. So 80 years ago, he was 20.
Wow. All right, Senators Jerry Moran and Maggie Hassan, thank you both for being with us, and we hope you come back.
Thank you. Be well.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Thank you. You as well.